behind the scenes.
Take 2.
Woo!
I'm Daniel Sidoruk. I wrote and produced the song, and I play myself in the music video.
I'm Sophie Elizabeth, and I play the ex-girlfriend/girlfriend.
I'm Adam Lee, and I play best friend in the music video.
When making the story of Let Them Out, it was kind of obviously based off of real experience. It's like a normal breakup story, you know, it's just a breakup story. But I wanted to add the twist of I have a friend and he betrays me because that's what actually happened. You're getting beautiful Adam here. Play both the best friend and also antagonist at the same time. It's like he's like a bit of everything. Getting that to come to life was definitely like, I would say very in your alley for acting. I reckon this guy can betray someone.
Yeah, I'm actually really mean in real life too, so it works.
Getting Sophie's character to sit right in the story was definitely a lot more of like something we had to think out because it's a conceptual album, so it's all in order story. So from watching, when we eventually get around to every single one, you'll watch all the music videos in order. So for her character, it was pre-planning all the songs before Let Them Out on the album. So it does justice for when you watch the previous to watch Let Them Out. Going from the story of My Baby and how her and I's character fall in love, and then going to Let Them Out where it breaks in half. It's like definitely something that took a while.
I'm Brodie. I directed Let Them Out music video.
You did a almost 2-hour block in one take. What was the thought process when you had been given this challenge?
It was really weird because obviously like I've blocked scenes and stuff. That's not anything new, but to that extent was definitely the first time I've done that. We only have one attempt at this and it was just very new to me to do that. But as anything in life, you turn a problem into a project. It was a great project. Everyone's here for me, for Daniel, for everyone. This is what I need to do. This is my like main job.
All right, you guys ready? Yeah. All right, and action.
I love the same way you do.
Position 2. Yep. Position 3, position 4. Looking at each other, looking at Daniel, grabbing. Position 5. Position 6. Position 7. Go crazy, Daniel. That's it. Back at each other. That up and down block. That's it. Walk out.
Got
Quick question. How long did you have to do that shot?
I had less than a day.
One take?
Yep, one take, a lot of rehearsing, but it worked. It paid off.
One shot and we executed it perfectly.
Plus, it was the first thing we shot.
Yeah.
When I first got there, like to see the eye and everything, I didn't really know what was happening, and I was just told, have your hair tied up and put glasses on for this one shot, and I was like, okay, weird. It was explained to me that that was obviously like your imagination. It started to make more sense to me. I was like, oh, like the burning eye. I thought that was really cool. Doing it all in one take was a lot of pressure, but I found that I also kind of liked that because it was like, okay, all for nothing. I feel like I do really well under pressure. So I definitely really enjoyed that. And then also with the added like cinematography and like the artistic take of like Adam and I like crossing with the eye. I thought that was so cool. Us being seen through the eye. I was like, oh, it's kind of like almost like a metaphor to like your eye in a way.
This one, guys.
It'd be so different if there wasn't actually fire. Because when it comes to like the performance of it all, the fire adds such a really intense energy to the whole space. So you can feel it physically and then you can embody it physically. And I think that's what really helped serve that scene was the intensity of it all.
Hi, I'm Leo. I was the DOP of Let Them Out.
Let's talk about the void, the flame chairs. How did you make the eye with the fire safety officer?
There was no fire safety officer. No, I'm joking. So we decided last minute to build an eye because we couldn't do a bonfire.
There was like a mini flood that happened on that weekend that we were shooting. It was raining constantly throughout that week. And we originally had the plan of the fire to be just a bonfire and they would pass around that. But the bonfire was just completely drenched by the time we were shooting. The night before, Leo and I came up with the idea of having the Eye of Intuition be focused because that's a reoccurring element in the album. And we're like, oh, it actually kind of makes sense if we do it as an eye.
And then, yeah, we just got this stuff, tried to make it happen.
Making at the center of the eye, got the fuel, and we're wrapping it and then lighting it on fire.
It didn't work.
We completely failed. Shout out to my uncle for coming in clutch, making the actual eye for us properly.
Fire safety officer fixed it and built a brand new one that actually worked.
I just felt bad because you guys didn't ask for help once. I ended up like spraying like giant eyes replicating the Eye of Intuition. I ended up doing the spray painting for that while they were preparing the eye. So we're both doing eye stuff. Sounds weird.
Can you briefly talk about how the eye is a symbol of story?
The Eye of Intuition is what we've named the eye, and it's like usually a necklace that I wear. You see me grab it at the start of the music video. That's the symbol of following what I feel is right in my gut. The Eye of Intuition will guide you. When Sophie and I's characters are together and the eyes in the background, it shows a more powerful flame versus when Adam and Sophie are sitting next to each other. It's more of a dimmed flame, and that shows the passion for the love.
CGI side of fire, committing to recording fire without time to test efficiently.
So for the main fire shot, we had one take. I had to CGI the fire. So while doing the one take, I did like a shot that was just a clean plate of the fire, and then I comped it in the other shots. And in the color grading process, I had to mimic the fire flicker. So it was a lot of work, a lot of it.
How it ended up coming out was a bit different to how it was originally planned. Did it exceed your expectations?
It went past my expectations entirely. Yeah, it was the best set we've been on. And that's what I was saying at the start in our briefing was this is going to be the best thing or it's going to be a major flop.
We're the Safe Boys and we host the Afternoon Detention podcast.
What is your role in this project?
Daniel's got us on here to just be PAs. To be honest, we've more used it for experience and just to see what goes on, but we're just lending a hand wherever we need behind the scenes.
Have you found it difficult or particularly challenging?
Probably the mud.
Yeah.
Probably the mud. Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, I've got trench foot at the moment. I'm worried about taking my socks off. But no, it has been challenging. Quieter than I thought. A set is a lot quieter than I thought. I thought there would be a lot more going on, but it obviously makes more sense that it's quiet.
Probably will be when we get the band playing.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you're still excited for tonight?
Seeing what goes on when we're still learning on what the processes are and everything like that, making sure everything's still...
Well, I mean, yeah, we're going completely blind into this, so the best thing is everything that happens, we're surprised and we're just so happy to be along with the ride.
Last question is, what did you enjoy about working here so far?
Seeing the start of the product, and now we've got to wait for the end of it too.
Pretty much just watching the rehearsal. When I was watching it, obviously I'm not seeing the things that the team's doing, and then you see the shoot, and it just all comes together, and you get what they're putting together. It makes total sense, all in one shot.
That'll be all. Thank you for your time.
Awesome, thank you.
Were there any moments where you said do this and it happened?
Yes. We needed a megaphone. Daniel and I spent the whole morning of the shoot day adventuring from place to place to get a megaphone. Did not work out. Getting Hamish to go get a megaphone for us, shout out to Hamish, coming in clutch. He was the best PA.
Hamish Watson, 22 years young, and I'm the production assistant of the project.
What exactly does your role entail?
Couldn't tell you, mate. Like, I don't know, I'm just doing a bit of everything. Like, I'm a bit of driving, a bit of helping out, a bit of setting up. Because I'm just like the of the project, like, just like, do this.
What have you enjoyed most about this?
Well, I enjoyed making everyone's dinners. I was, actually had something to do with note, so.
Any challenges that you may have faced?
Probably just the mud, moving cables, or navigating the cables around the mud.
Common theme today.
Shoes are absolutely soaked, broken joggers. Should have wore like my hiking shoes.
If you could change anything about the shoot, what would it be?
The weather.
There was a main part where I needed the crew to basically split in two, which is very common on sets. Guiding all the cars throughout my paddock safely, while Leo took his team, the actors, and went and set up the bedroom scene at night.
Let's talk about the bedroom at night. How did you do the moonlight with haze and the fat light?
So while Brodie was preparing the band side of things, I had to set up the whole bedroom stuff. Walked in the bedroom and I was like, okay, what can I do? And I blasted lights from the garden through the window and didn't ask Brodie, but hazed up the bedroom anyways. And then when he walked in, he was like, oh damn, this looks nice. So once he confirmed the bedroom and the shot, he had to step out again to set up all the cars in the right positions for the band performance. And since we walked through everything, I just got the actors in place. Soon after the first or second take, he walked in and took over.
Hello, my name is Oscar Atkins. I was the first AD on the Let Them Out music video.
What's happening, beautiful?
Hey, how you doing?
Come here often?
Only when you're here.
Damn! Man, I love this guy. Basically, I have this common issue where I burn through my ADs.
I hope that doesn't happen.
So not. Our usual AD wasn't able to do the shoot days. Luckily, we have Oscar here, who I think it was the day before shoot. Yeah, no, it was the day.
It was the day before. Yeah.
The day before shoot, we asked him, "Hey, man, you want to be on a shoot that's tomorrow?" I just had to dump the entire workload of everything on him, and he was like, no worries. Picked it up with a smile hidden behind pain, I'm sure. But see, just like that one. But yeah, it was great having him. He kept us on time, made us move. When I asked for like stuff to happen, I would just pass it to him, and he would work with crew, other PAs, and get stuff happening, which was great.
I remember getting there, I was very nervous. Having Leo and Daniel and Brodie as well, all very, very organized, helped a lot. The nervousness did go away very, very quickly after speaking with them. Yeah, the crew was absolutely incredible. Everyone knew what to do. Everyone knew where they needed to go. It was a very good shoot. How was the band?
Oh, great.
Horrible. I remember we were setting up the fire eye. All we can hear in the house is, I love the same.
Yeah,
like, this fucking guy.
For Logan, he's from a band called Postcards from Pluto. I'm actually in one of his music videos, which is cool. And I was like, oh, dude, do you want to be on one of my music videos? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'd love to. For the bassist, Miles, he was more than happy to go on through it. And I met him through Leo. And then for Dash, I grew up with him. He's like my god brother.
I felt bad because the weather, we weren't too sure what we needed to shoot first. Fire, eye segment, or the band stuff, depending on rain. So I had the band there for about 6 hours before they even did anything.
Could you introduce yourself and what you do?
My name is Daniel Sidoruk, and my name is Logan. I am Daniel Sidoruk's guitar man.
Was it hard learning the song?
Extremely. I'm excited to be like performing for Daniel. I've never done such a thing before. It's a whole new experience. I've never been like the not main guy. It was kind of a whole new world out there.
How do all of you know Daniel?
Hi, I'm Dash. I play drums. He's known me since I was like 6 weeks of fetus, so, you know.
My name's Miles. I play bass. I know his cinematographer, Leo, and when I found out that he's got a musician friend who needs a bass player, I just begged him for days straight, on my knees, groveling.
Have you found anything particularly challenging about today?
Daniel's awful to work with. Oh my goodness. He is such a pain in the You should see that guy. He's just like, you know.
Oh no, it's been pretty smooth sailing so far.
Just an awful person, genuinely. Like, just bad to be around. He poured a bunch of water everywhere, so now there's mud just flowing through this grass. Yeah, just an unsavory guy, but you know.
Are you fellas excited?
Gotta kill it.
I think this is going to be the best music video ever, and people are going to love it.
If you're so optimistic about your narcissism, maybe you should be narcissistic about your optimism. These guys are all shaking their head like, yeah, they know what it is.
So with the weather, obviously, being prepared for everything, were there any like precautions for if it started raining with all the band equipment out?
So that whole idea of like the band performance, we had the plan to put it undercover because if it rains, we need to get all the gear undercover, or the band equipment specifically undercover. We couldn't really waste time waiting on the rain, so we were going to shoot it all inside. So luckily it just didn't rain and we were able to go on plan, which was fantastic.
I remember getting to the set, my house was flooded in.
See, and he's still rocked up.
My house was flooded in. Like that morning I was supposed to go, I couldn't go because I literally couldn't drive out. Sitting at home the entire day waiting for the flood to go down enough that I could drive my car out.
No, you rocked up by boat, remember?
Yeah, I did. I whipped out the jet ski.
We just drove 2 minutes to pick you up.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It was pretty crazy.
The idea of cutting the car lights in the background was...
Ooh. When I originally had the performance idea in my head of of like, oh, it's gonna have this wide shot of the band, and then in the background, we wanted something happening. Originally, my thought was we just get a bunch of lights and we light the forest, because it was gonna be in the forest. So it was that, like, you know, we had enough land for it, we had the nice view and stuff. And then I was thinking, like, what's the way we could make it like creative? And I was like, we need to put car lights flashing high beams. Brodie loved the idea. He was like, oh yeah, that would be sick. But then when we were planning the shoot locations and stuff, I was very busy with other stuff on the project. Brodie and Leo took over, and they were finding ways to make it happen, and there wasn't enough room to have the cars beaming behind.
The first location was the cricket pitch. We were going to go to a cricket pitch, but then I showed you the containers area and you were like, yeah.
This is where it needs to happen, yeah.
How did you signal the cars to flash when you made it?
Okay, so I had a tiny light. I would say to all the people in the cars, hey guys, can you see me when I do this? And I'm holding the light going light on, light off. And they were like, honk, 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 yes. Flash, flash, flash.
What do you think is the hardest part about today?
Honestly, I'd say it's keeping my energy right now. You know, jumping around 100 times is like great, but I would say the hardest part today was like mainly just getting the decor set. So as you can see over here, we have a really cool eye. We got all this together. We have 4 cars, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It looks apparently great. I haven't seen it, and that's like the worst part about being the artist, is you can't see it till it's done.
Can you feel your hands?
No, like.
Walk off to your left. Lights off.
You good. It was just Daniel. Sorry, my bad.
Cut! Talk about the bedroom on day 2. How difficult was it to shoot in 4/3?
Obviously, the bedroom was very small. Then I had another constraint, which was the aspect ratio. It was a lot of rehearsing and figuring out what was happening, and then just freeballing it and hoping for the best.
So you used a gimbal or?
Nah, handheld. I had the gimbal. Didn't use it.
This story starts off with a relationship falling apart and ends with kind of a really crazy twist, which is my friend getting with the ex-girlfriend. It's a pretty harsh story, but it's a real one. In the production phase of making it happen, we came up with all these ideas of how we wanted to show it. There's black and white, and then there's colored. Now, black and white is what's actually happening. It's real, and it's reflecting how I see the world. It's like kind of dull, it's gray, it's ugly, versus color, which is in my mind. It's kind of like my imagination, my creativity, even the way I interpret things in my head. You'll notice that in color, it has the fire and the performance. It's all like kind of how it plays out in my head. So it starts off with me on a chair. I'm the boyfriend, and then it has Sophie on another chair, which signifies that she's the girlfriend. And that's how I envisioned the relationship. She's very much like, don't leave, as I'm standing up to go. That idea is to show I'm giving up on the relationship. I'm leaving her. She leaves, she comes back with my best friend. They hold hands, sit down, showing that he's replaced me.
No, you don't.
I have to go.
No, you don't
Yes,
have
I
to
do.
go.
Starting music.
How do you see your character in the like Daniel Sidoruk cinematic universe?
The DCU.
Is that a thing now?
Yeah, it's happening. The DSCU.
It's really interesting because you're coming into a production where this character, it's based on someone who exists. You're trying to like balance between how Daniel may see this person and how this person sees themselves. So a lot of the time you're trying to work out how can you play someone who the audience may see as bad, but how do you defend this person with the choices that they make? There's like something vital this person is missing from their own life, and they're kind of self-sabotaging and affecting those around them in hopes of they're gonna get that thing they're missing. There's a void, and they're taking everyone with them into the void. And especially in such a short music video, it's hard to convey all of that.
It was kind of hard for me to wrap my head around the character. Like, there were parts of her that I could relate to, but there were definitely a lot of parts that I could not relate to at all, particularly what she does to Daniel's character. Or to Daniel. It was just something that I know in my heart I would never do. It's also been done to me. It was hard playing it from the other side. I feel like for me, it was easier not to focus too much on that, but just find something that grounded me with the character. So I found that she just wanted to be loved. Just finding that core objective in her made it easier to sort of almost justify the actions that she made, and also see like that she's not all that bad. Like, she is just human.
Keep going.
Tell us what you think Adam's character's reasons were.
I would say it was a lot of jealousy towards Daniel. and the kind of idea of how come Daniel is living this perfect life to me. He's doing the music, he's got the career stuff, he's got the pretty girlfriend, and how come I'm here and I can't have any of that? The thought process of that was, lean more into the, I want his girlfriend. And I kind of just sat you down for like 5-10 minutes, not even. For this moment, you're kind of the white knight coming to save Daniel. You're really wanting to just get that girlfriend for yourself in a selfish way.
Yeah. In terms of let them out, I feel like I was trying to figure out what that actually meant, because I was thinking, okay, is this character like going to someone? Is this person a murderer? And I think it was less in terms of physical violence or something like detrimental to society. I think it was just this person is horrible to the people around him. And I think it holds like this form of like a jealousy type of thing. That's what it felt like.
What were you bringing to the character? What do you think the motivations were that made it spark?
Jealousy, self-hating, just
a broken person.
There's something broken. There's something that just doesn't sit right. This person's definitely missing something, and in missing something takes it out on everyone else.
Were there any moments where you were like, oh, be more like this line, and then you need to find a relating point?
I pulled from other people that I knew for this kind of character of you. I put myself in those shoes. One of those little moments happened was in the ending of the music video where you're sitting with Sophie. It's like, yeah, I've won, but you still feel empty. You haven't fully won because it's like, why did I do this?
What do you expect or like to see your character become or turn into by the end of it?
I mean, for me, it's based off of my real story. So I'd say like, I hope that I continue doing what I was doing and building and being better.
I would say with my character, kind of a similar thing. I don't necessarily think that she's like a bad person. I think she just needs to kind of learn to be on her own. Like, she needs to learn that it's not the end of the world if a boy breaks up with you. She did do a bad thing, and I kind of hope that she feels guilty, which she kind of does. I know that I played her to show like regret and guilt, and I just kind of hope she learns from it and grows.
I think after what has happened, I don't think the relationship is something my character thinks or believes is worth fixing. If I could say one thing I'd want him to have is at least like take a step back. Look at what you've done. Look at the choices you're making. There's clear flaws that you need to reflect on and actually look back on. I think a lot of it is taking a step back and making better choices.
Damn.
Period.
So talking about the intro shot, you did a one shot. How did you plan it and how did you pull it off?
For the intro shot, it was planned to an extent. We didn't know if it would work because we didn't have the car beforehand. And I was like, why not start from inside? And then we had to leave the window open because otherwise I couldn't get the camera. And then my AC, Jonathan, started the shot and passed it through the window, and I did the rest of the shot walking backwards. And I think it took us 7 takes, I think.
Going through Sophie's full roller coaster from the love to hate to regret, how did we capture that regret?
It was, I wouldn't say it was tricky, it was kind of fun to go from ups and downs. They're like, oh, I love Daniel in this, the librarian look, as you call it. And you kind of like, there for Daniel, you love him, but you're still a little bit distant, but you're there. And then we cut to like the real life in the car in the argument scene, for example, where you're very like distant, like in that fight scene specifically.
I think he like messaged me like the day before. I just kind of knew that I was playing an ex-girlfriend, and then you explained everything to me. Like, think of a person, put their face on Daniel's face. I've never like worked with a director who's told me to do that. Like, I feel like most directors are just like, try and show this emotion more. Most of the time, they don't really give me a technique, I guess, to actually use, which you did, which I found really interesting. I was like, oh, that like makes so much more sense to me. I was like, okay, I got this. Like, I know who I'm gonna pick, I know what I'm gonna do, I know what I'm gonna think about, and it just made it a lot easier for me to engage with the character.
Talking about day 3, during the outro rage, how was it doing the lighting, mimicking fire, and how the slight amount was effective?
So for that shot, it was, I think, midnight. We were all super tired. Everyone left. We got the car, drove it in the middle of nowhere. I've set up my F22C, which is a film light, and set it up with the fire effect in the same way that I had it for the actual eye. And actually, if you look at the shot, you see the flicker on the car and on the mirror, but it's like a slight detail to keep the sense of place of where we were.
I really wanted to like pull off this like rage scene at the end that showed like the frustration where I'm like, what's done is done, like I can't go back. And I feel like it came together extremely well, and that was our third day of shooting. That scene, I think it's my favorite. You can really like just watching it feel what this character is going through.
When you told me the plan that we needed for that scene, instantly I knew what we needed to do. I've had my experiences in the same way, and I felt like this scene is important to get right because I feel like it's a very normal human experience, and I feel like young males go through that kind of exact moment in their life. They go into the car and just rave because no one's there, it's silent, but it's also like so isolating. That's why when the door closes, there's nothing. I think it's important to show that a lot of people relate to that.
It's like a universal thing. Like there's
definitely, yeah.
It's like how people say they have those woke moments where like they go like, what am I doing with my life? What's happening? It's like the breakup is finally become real. That's why you'll notice that the scene goes from color, which is in my mind, to black and white, because it's like it becomes reality. So even though, yeah, my ex and my best friend didn't sit down in 2 chairs in front of me while I'm performing a song, it's like the whole sense of they're together, I know it.
A really cool thing with that exact scene was we've worked together so much. I didn't have to tell you what to do. Both of us knew what that scene needed. You've been through it enough with me that when I need you to get to moments like that, like in Naked, I kind of put you through it. But you were like, I know what Brodie's gonna say. I'll just do it. I feel like we've gotten to a point where I don't need to direct you.
What was your, I'm so glad I pulled this performance off. It looks so good in this part.
Something about that outro, feeling that emotion really resonates with me. When I think of Let Them Out, I keep thinking of the fire eye and then that moment.
It's the one moment that every time I hear it and see it on the video, I go, oh, yeah, is the projection on See You. When you go down and drop it, because I think it's so sick because it directly connects with the other music videos with the projections. It reminds you they're connected in that way.
I think for me, it's again the sort of last scene. Adam and I, like just kind of watching you leave, it just hits hard. You've obviously got Adam's character looking like, I got her.
Pretty smug.
Yeah, pretty smug. And then you look at my character and it's like regret and shame and guilt. And I feel like that just makes it so much more impactful.
It's cool. I'm very excited for people to see how Y ends to how Let Them Out starts. That's gonna be very fun.
What was it like working all three of you together?
It was very easy.
Yeah.
It's like we've all known each other for like years. We have not known each other for years.
It was really chill. Like there was no large stresses for us. I mean, we kind of just waited until the camera was ready to go and then we were like pretty much on it.
Yeah.
But overall, like it was good. It was fun.
It was great.
Fun moments, experiences that happened on set with just you guys?
I would say the room when Leo was putting the light on the fan.
Oh, true.
And it was swinging and it was like almost falling off and it would launch on one of us. Didn't it hit me? Yeah, it fell into my head.
Like trying to stop it from falling apart.
I was scared.
Her characters had to lay there like basically asleep, and then a light is flying around, and like at first we didn't know how much duct tape we needed to attach a little light to a fan, so it almost flew off and it would have been directly the amount of like swing to hit her in the face, but then it hit me. It was that was probably, I would say it was the scariest moment on set.
Yeah, but like also the amount of haze in that room, like blowing haze into it.
Yeah.
Brodie had to step out because he was like, oh, I'm gonna die.
I mean, apart from the band performance, that was really, really fun.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it, but I could hear it from, from the house.
Doing Let Them, you weren't invited. Even though the song was played like probably like 40 times, was actually really fun to just play it live and, you know, hear everything happening and be in the moment. That was probably my most fun. But actually, I don't know, I kind of enjoyed the whole thing. That was like, it was a really fun shoot.
Like, what are the expectations now?
I really love how much we filled into this music video. Like it's 7 minutes, which is long for a music video, but it's also short to tell such a dynamic story. I'm very excited to create the rest of the story because I feel like the 2 music videos that we have now, they're like so small in the grand scheme. They're just a piece of the puzzle. Like this one specifically is like a must watch. This is like the moment where Daniel changes, taking his own initiative and he's leaving her. This is probably the best thing we've made. At least it's my favorite thing that we've ever made. You don't want to miss out on this one.
Cut!